Figured it out. Guys, I have been sitting here for 15 minutes talking to myself. Figured it out. I was recording it on the StreamYard, but it wasn't going live. So I didn't have, you have to now pick your destination. So now I've got the destination picked. It was like, what? Why is it not working? But it's now working. So we're good. If no one comes in, I'll stay here for about 30, 40 minutes and just hang out and check. Talk to my walls. I think I got the right link. Let me make sure. Guest, invite, copy. Okay, let me get rid of that. And go back to comments. All right, hi. Hi, I don't know. Hi, Mutnut. Hey, man, me in StreamYard. It was a whole different setup. It had me just recording to StreamYard, but not going out live. And I was like, what's the deal? But so I'll repeat. Hi, Helen. I'll repeat my day for you. Okay, I got up super early and I never went to sleep last night. I mean, I went to bed, but my hands and my feet are tingling so bad I couldn't sleep. So I just got up. I said, I give. And so I got up early. I went over to my dad's and got my boxes. The one was my Art Dot portfolio, which will hold a normal, like 50 by 70, 60 by 80 canvas. And then my Black Friday, Cyber Monday box is here, guys. It's here. I was so ecstatic. I was just like, yay. I wasn't telling him what it was for no amount of money in China could have made me tell my dad what that was. It wasn't going to happen. Let me tell you, it was not going to happen. But I got it and I put it in the back of my SUV. And then I have to go and literally, guys, I broke this combi. It broke in half in my eye. And I wear toric lenses, so it's got that little kind of notch in it anyway. Well, the notch, it's slit. Now I know why the notch is slitting. But the notch slit. And so it had tore. And so I had 2 for my right eye, but I didn't have any left for my left eye. And I was like, what am I going to do? And my left eye is like got a big reading glass prescription in it. And then my right eye doesn't. So I thought, well, my right eye has got a little bit for regular. And that's, and this one's got a little bit for regular, but mostly reading. So I was like, I'll just throw the right one in both eyes. So when I walked into that eye doctor clinic and said, I'm wearing 2 right contacts. And they was like, what? I said, yeah, I got the right one in both eyes. And they just kind of looked at me and was like, okay. They said, well, we need you to take them out anyway. So went ahead and pulled out my contacts, and then they did all that, crappy look at the barn, let's blow some air in your eyeball and all that good stuff. And when I got in there to see the doctor, he was like, and he thought about it a minute, and he said, that would work. He said, you wouldn't be able to put the left eye into the right eye. He said, but putting the right eye in the left eye would work. He said, but I just don't understand how you thought of that. But I was a nurse for 30 years, so we have to really kind of improvise and think on our feet. And so that's kind of what I was doing. But I was like, I literally walked in, no appointment, and said, I need to see a doctor because I need to get some contacts today. And they literally got me in. I got my contact fitting, got my prescription. He also told me the reason I couldn't wear my trifocals is the person who gave me my last trifocal prescription did it wrong. He said, that prescription's not even right. He said, that is like so way off. He said, no wonder you can't see out of those. He said, because he says, you're not going to be able to, because what he's got set for up here, it affects the whole thing all the way down. So I was like, oh, he says, so once I was trying to talk him into doing a monofocal and he was going to do it. And then he says, oh, I can't. I said, why? And he said, well, he said, now think about this. He said, this eye here is your reading eye. He said, So it's going to have a magnifier lens in it. He said, which is going to make your eyeball look huge, and it's going to be thicker. And your right eye is going to have a thin lens, and your eyeball is going to be tiny. He said, so you're going to have a tiny eyeball on the right and a huge eyeball on the left and thick lens on the left and a skinny lens on the right. He said, you'll be able to see, but it's going to look really weird and probably be a little uncomfortable. So I thought about it, and he said, I promise you, if I put the right prescription in it, it'll take your head, he said, about 10 minutes, and you'll adjust, and you won't have a problem. He said, but you got to have the right prescription in there. And I was like, ah, got you. So did that. And of course, I don't have vision insurance. So I was able to see the doctor, get a contact lens fitting, get one set of contacts, get to see him for my eyeglass fitting, in your basic exam, and get 6 months, let me see, 12 months supply of contacts and get my trifocals redone with the correct prescription for about $700. Yeah, still a lot of money, but I had to see. Asking about, do I work up close? And I was still explaining diamond painting and showing them some diamond paintings. And I told him, I said, but if it gets to where I'm having a problem focusing on it, I just get really low dose readers and slap them up to kind of magnify it. And he said, that's awesome. He said, that's what you need to do. He said, don't try to fix it for that and then go out and working every day. And I was like, okay, cool, gotcha. Then I went there to my regular doctor and explained to her, because I got the fibro, the wonderful fibromyalgia, and it's gotten to where it's tingling in my hands and my feet, which is one of the things that you can get with it. And I've had it for about 12 years now. And so we're going to start the gabapentin and see if that'll help with that, because it's really a pain and kind of painful. I don't know why I know why. But it's kind of painful. So I told her, I said, yeah, I hadn't slept. I said, I didn't sleep last night because my hands were tingling so bad. I couldn't go to sleep. It just was not going to happen. So we got medicines for that now. And then the other hour was spent talking to my therapist. And basically, I don't know, because we just sitting there and kind of like BS. He'll ask me what my plans are, what I'm doing, if anyone's coming over, what I'm up to. And, I'll start talking about stuff. And then he'll start typing stuff. And I have no clue what he's typing. No clue. Probably don't want to know. Because, it's kind of one of those things of, I'm not sure I want to know. And so basically, it's just I go in there and talk for an hour. He'll sit there and put a few things in there, here and there. And I just sit there and go with that. That is the first time I've seen that screen on there, and it's really weird looking. And I'm hoping, let me see. I am hoping. Let me see if I can get in here and find this. Hey, that actually shows it. Wow. Okay. Oh, no, don't climb on my chest. That hurts. My cat has got this thing right now where she wants to climb on my chest. And that stinking hurts. It really does. It really stinking hurts. And it's like, no, quit. Stop. Don't. So it's like, what are you doing? That's painful. Stop it. Okay, I need to get that link and copy it and take it over there. But yeah, it's like, stop, quit jumping on my, and she only weighs 4 pounds. But I swear it feels like a 20-pound elephant's walking across my chest. It really does. I put some links in over where Nix and them are, but I don't know if they've gotten it. Let's see, let me try this. I can always put this here. And I can enter the studio here. Let's see what this does. Okay, we'll enter the studio there. Okay. Now I got 2. And I'll take this one. We'll do this one here. Hey, that's kind of cool. I don't know what it did. It took out the volume, so that won't work. That won't work. I don't want to mute it. Unmute me. Go there. And then we'll take that. And edit. Oh. Trying to see what I'm playing in StreamYard, guys. On the laptop. Okay. No. All right. I was trying to see. Well, let me see if I can find out how to find them over here. I'm just trying to see if I have the right one. Okay, let me go up here. And I'm trying to make sure I put the right link. Trying to make sure I put the right link in where I can grab them at. Okay, here we go. Make sure it's the right one. ZC. And it's a ZC, and this StreamYard stuff's a pain in the buhahi. Okay. So, I'm going to go over here. Because when I went over there, and we're going to... Nope. Oh my gosh. I am so used to working on the phone that just working on this is crazy. But I can do this for the moment. Let me see if I can get you. There we go. And I will mute this one. Oh. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, I'm back. I was trying to mute it to make all that. Yeah, there was a big echo. Okay, I will be right back, guys. I'm not disappearing, but I'll be right back. Oh, come on. Okay. There. I got it in for Cindy. That was weird because what I was trying to do was go on the laptop, but that was bad. That was really bad. That was like crazy bad. So I walked in maybe 30 minutes before I went live because that right there. I got a phone and it's on the charger. Okay, it's supposed to have. Okay, that's weird. I was my own guest. Haha. I know you guys are like, what are you doing, woman? Because it fell off that thing, but I was trying to actually pop over onto the laptop, and they make it look so easy when they're using that switcher thing. And evidently it's not that easy. I did find another streaming device, and I might try it later tonight, but it's called ImView. I think it's ImView. And you get 12 people. You can have up to 12 people at a time. And you get, how many gigs is it? You get quite a bit of gigs. This is the free version. I mean, the more you pay, the more you get. But I mean, it's like double what you get in StreamYard. And you don't have, the only thing you have to have is you have to keep their logo. And it's like, I will keep their logo. I'll just put other stuff up there. But you get banners, you get like a gift thing where you can make gifts. It's like, it's kind of like the paid version of StreamYard. And it's a brand new one coming out. And I was like, I might try that. But it's only, you can't use it on the phone yet. It's only on a computer. Oh, so is everybody getting ready for Christmas or their holidays or whatever you're going to do? I know for some of us, the winter solstice is coming up on I think the 19th, 20th, 21st, which means that's pretty much going to be the longest days of the year. So just think, once you get past the 21st, everything gets a little brighter every day because it'll start staying light for a little bit longer every day. So that's awesome. But yeah, my box came. I haven't opened it yet because I just kind of threw the boxes in the house and just came in and tried to start set up. But the boxes came, so all my stuff is in. I'll start doing like a unboxing a day. So I'll have like 10 days of unboxings. And then I'll go back to doing those stash videos. And I'm on my second stash canvas. I finished the 40 by 40. It turned out really nice, guys. I don't know if anyone on here is in my Love and Sparkle site. It's a group on Facebook, and it's where you can post your pictures or whatever. And I always post my completions on there, and it came really good, and it was the worst one. Yeah, that's what I meant. The shortest day, because they'll start getting longer every day. You'll start getting more sunlight. Yay! I am getting there slowly. And thank you, whoever was 282. But so like after that day, then every day you'll start getting a few minutes more sunlight, and we'll maybe be back to where it's sunlight because it's only 5:20 and it is dark outside. Dark. Ooh. So you know exactly. It's like almost over all this like being like darkest, you know what? Super early. Hi, Blunts and Gems. Great to see you. It was like, oh Lord. But yeah, yesterday it rained and rained and rained and rained. I mean, it rained so bad that I just went back to bed. I mean, it was putting me to sleep hearing it on because I got a metal roof. And I mean, I could just hear it just beating on the roof. And so it was like, I was like, you know what? It's putting me to sleep. I'm just going to go to bed. And I didn't get up till like 5 in the afternoon and slept all day. And I called my dad to and tell him that I was going to wait until after the holidays. Hi, Amber. That I was going to wait till after the holidays to put in a culvert because, I didn't think they'd want to have to go pick one up and drag it out here, and then dig up a bunch of mud because by then, with all this rain, it's just going to be nothing but mud. So I was like, when it finally quits raining long enough that it dries out, we can rip the bridge off and then they can come dig it out a little, drop a tile, and be good. And so I was calling him to let him know that because, we probably got 5 inches of rain yesterday. It just poured. And so when I called him, he said, "Oh yeah." He's like, the UPS guy, he said the boxes were too big to fit in your box, so he brought them over here. And I'm like, why'd he bring them over here? He could have come up to my house. I was home. If he'd knocked on the door, I would have got up and got them. So that's why I had to go over there this morning and get them. And I wasn't about to tell him I had 10 diamond painting canvases in that box because I was like, no, 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 no. I'd never hear it. He bought a tractor he never uses, but I would never hear the end of it. So it is here. I haven't opened it. Amber, I hope you're feeling good. And me in this crazy StreamYard, let me tell you guys, I sat here for 20 minutes and was talking to myself. Did not realize it was recording it, but it was recording it into StreamYard to play later. And I was like, no, 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 no. And I had to go in there and, yeah. I was like, oh, reset up a bunch of stuff and redo some stuff. Yeah, and crazy. And the setup actually on the computer is nice. But boy, I turned that thing on and it just went blooming crazy. It was like, no, 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 no. And I have the sound, it's muted on there and it's muted over there. So I don't know what its issue was. We'll just keep it off. We'll just keep it off. In fact, I'm going to pop out of this on here and just leave you up on my phone because the phone is a whole lot happier. And there. Put that there. And then I'm going to go back over here. Yeah, it is, unfortunately. And I'm having problems due to my issues are coming from the vaccine. I've got from the vaccine, the migraines are worse. And then I've been having where when I stand up and start walking, all is plumb like pass out. And so I had a research article come across my desk or my phone, and it was all about how with the COVID, you can really get it. But with the vaccine, if you have problems, if you have problems, God dang it, stop. That if you'll have problems and you can get it. Yeah, I basically grabbed them, snatched them, and threw them in the back of my car because it was just like, I don't want him to know what these are because I bought magic potions. And if you looked at magic potions, you know how expensive magic potions was. But it was like the colors, I just had to have it. So I got that one. And yeah, that was I think that's the most expensive diamond painting I have bought from DAC. And I've got quite a few, and that's the most expensive one. And then that one about, yeah, no. Yeah, no. I think the cheapest one was one of the $54.99 ones. But I don't know if you've ever heard of POTS. And POTS is the where you get postural hypertension or orthostatic hypertension. So when I stand up and take off, walking across the room, about halfway across the room, my legs go to buckling. It is huge. And I've got plans for T-Mama's site. I mean, I'm gonna get some of that party pink and put some party pink in it, and I'm gonna get some like dark green and some blue sparklers and put a lot of sparklers in it. And but it was just like, yeah, I'm just. And so I told my doctor about it today. I said I think I've ended up with that because I said if I take off and start walking, I said and there's nothing. I mean, I know because that's what I did when I was a nurse. So I know there's nothing they can really do for it. All you can do for it is really, ooh, I almost got that one, but I was at 10. Yeah, I think I got a fire opal and sunken sailor and yeah, I'm 5'3" too, so it's like it's gonna be taller than me. I'll be sitting here like this with it like you know forever above my head trying to hold that thing up, but it's not that wide. But it's like, yeah, I got plans for it. But it was sit there, and I told her, I said, I got that. And since I've had that second vaccine, I'm averaging like 3 to 4 migraines a week. Hi, Cassandra. I told her, I said, I'm averaging, 4 migraines a week, So I was like, yeah. And then I told her, I said, you can go, instead of paying the pharmacy price for Zyrtec, go to Amazon. I mean, but it was like, no, not happening. So yeah, and that sucker it's heavy, that box. That box is really heavy. And it took me, I think I dropped it 3 times and I was like pushing it on the porch and yeah, it's heavy. And then of course the art doc box is almost as big as me because it'll hold a lot of the bigger, the regular size canvases. But yeah, and then I've already talked to Tima, and we've got plans to where she said that on the party pink, she's going to be putting it out in January. So, you can get that color in January. So I was like, thank you. Because now you'd have to buy the November, December set. And I'd already bought the November, December set before she put it in there because that was the second one. And so I was like, yeah, I really don't want to buy it twice. I don't need it twice. And so she's like, well, I'm going to just release it by itself in January. So I was like, I'll wait till January. She goes, okay, if you can wait. And then I got all the ones, that big winter landscape. I posted it in Nix's whip. And I've got because I ran out of ABs because I was using what I had and I ran out of 2 colors. I was like, whoa. So I went and got more. And I'm about halfway across on that 50 by 70. So it's halfway done, and the 40 by 40 is done. And I forgot how bad I really hate 40 by double-sided adhesives. And I forgot how much I really hated Huican because the the big long winter landscape one's from Huican. And Huican, the drills, I mean, even though they start out and they're perfect and then they start popping. And then they pop. It's like, ah. So I'll probably need to get me some more of the polyacrylic so that I'll probably seal that one because I don't want them to pop off. At least that's got a pattern underneath. I know where to put them. when they pop off my giant Hade, then I just have to literally kind of just look at all the colors and see what will go. I think I have Train of Dreams, but I didn't realize it was Train of Dreams this time. I bought it off Allie and it was called Sleeping Dragons. So that'll be one I won't be able to show on the site. As I'm doing the stash videos, I do show you, hey, I have this. I didn't know it was copyrighted at the time, but I'm not throwing it away. I spent money on it. I just won't put it on. Hi, Pauline. Nice to see you. I don't think I've ever seen you in here before. Welcome, welcome. But I mean, it's just like, you spend good money on them, no matter where you get them. Some places we spend more money, but no matter what, it was money. And so I'm not throwing it away, but I just won't splash it in people's faces. And this is the mug that I got off Rose Profits creation site. One side says witchy gnomes, it's little gnomes with witchy hats. And then the other side, it says witches be crazy. Oh, you'll love it here, Pauline, because diamond painting is awesome. I didn't realize that my doctor diamond painted. She was like, yeah, I diamond painted. And she was like, oh, I get mine off Amazon. I was like, oh, girl, I'm going to give you some spots. You can go here and you can go here. And you can go here. When I left, she was like, had all kinds of, she's like, well, I'm going to go shopping, go check out this place. And I'm going to go check out this place. And so, and I'm trying to think of who else was today talking to me about it. Oh, the eye doctor, because he wanted to know if I did anything up close. And I said, I diamond paint. And he said, what is that? So I was explaining to him what diamond painting was. And then I showed him the pictures because he said, oh, just kind of like, those big dots you put down. And I was like, not quite. So I showed him a couple of pictures and he was like, oh my God. He said, yeah. The glitter drills, actually, they're not going to glow. They're kind of a semi-transparent, almost like a jelly, but they have gold glitter inside them. So you can actually see hints of the glitter popping through. The glow drills, literally, when you have your picture where the sun hits it all day and then you turn off the lights, they'll actually glow. Like the Cheshire Cat, I did the outside of his eyes in that and his teeth. So at night, his teeth and his eyes glow. My grandkids love it. Because I used to have where it was really lit up and it would just really glow. Whew. So if you ever see an E on your, like from Diamond Art Club, if you see an E, it's going to be a glow drill. If you see a K at the beginning of it, it's going to have like a metallic cover. It'll be like a yellow drill with a gold metallic cover over it. The below 150 with Diamond Art Club is your ABs, which means they have that iridescent Aurora Borealis coating over it. And so it'll shine. Let me see if I got some here. Let me see if I got one that's that's really sparkly. Okay, these are the ABs. And see how shiny? And that is a 939. So it's supposed to be just a dark blue, but it's got the green and, it's almost the black ones and the 939s almost look the same. But that's an AB. And then these are what she calls her sparklers. I think this side. Trying to see if I can get them. And they come in this special thing because these are made of glass. And so they're in a special bag. Trying to see. There we go. And those are sparklers. And so they will reflect like that on your canvas. And they're made of glass. And then this is like a frost crystal. and it's clear. I mean, it's like really clear. It's silver on the back, but then there's clear ones in there. I don't know if you can see. There they are. And I'm using those on the snow in the trees and on the hills. And then let's see, where are you at? Okay. And these are crystal ABs. They have a there we go. They have an AB coating on the top of it, but it is a silverback crystal like rhinestone. So I love going to Tmaw's site. She's got all kinds of stuff. There we go. You can see them really good right there. So I got a whole little pile of them over here. Let me go back and see. Oh, I mean, some of the patients, I wished I had the numbers for some of the patients I took care of because we would talk diamond painting and I would send them places to go get them, because I mean, they were to the house, they couldn't get out and they were really wanting to do it and they were intrigued. Hi, Vicky. And so, I would tell them, and now that I've got a channel, it's like, and I know them. I know, because we would sit there and talk while I was taking care of them. So now I could actually, you know, really help them. And now I don't know how to get a hold of them. It's like, eh. Now I did meet someone in Gracie's life, Gracie from Australia, that lives like 30 minutes down the road from me. How weird is that? YG, what company were they from? Because that's weird. So I know Diamond Art Clubs are E. So I've done one of their black ones, and the blacks don't really glow like the white. They just have like a soft, real pale glow to them. And then, I did find, and I'll post it in Love and Sparkles group, but I did find, and I copied it, Dax AB list. Yeah, that's probably why. But I have their list. Like a 100 is equivalent to this DMC, and a 101 is equivalent to this DMC. So like you could actually have the DMC number if you want to switch them out. Like so you have a leftover 105 and you don't know what it is as far as what number it is. This is the conversion chart that tells you that 105 is this. So I'll post that in the Love and Sparkles group because that's just information that's cool to know. And if anybody is welcome to post in there, I mean, you are most welcome to post in there and just, if you're interested, post in there. If you want to post your completions, post them in there because it's a space where everyone can get together, show their stuff. If they find out interesting, some tidbit that, you think other people might want to know, go post it there. I mean, so it was just a thing of go post it there. It's for everybody. And so, it's for everybody. Everybody and anybody that wants to post something. Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. I mean, I have to say for AliExpress, because I posted the one I finished. So I finished the 40 by 40 in 3 days. And I posted it in a group. And then this one, the 50 by 70 is halfway done. So, I mean, they're not horrible. It's just that, yeah, that's got some uneven. Now, as far as the squares, I don't know why they're popping because it's not like they're really trashy. Hi, Dreamer. So I don't know why, because I mean, it doesn't have really trashy drills. It's just, they just don't want to stay down. So it's like weird. But of course, oh, that is weird. I love her site. But I just got these in because I had ran out of colors and I couldn't go any further until I had them. So it's just like, I ended up buying, let me see, what all did I get? I got one of these, real soft baby blue, that goes in the snow. And then I got 210, that goes in the snow, believe it or not. And I had to get two of these because these go in the snow. And I was totally out of them. And I had to get this one because I was out of the white, the 5200, and it goes in the snow. Because the whole picture is nothing but white, white and more white. It's white and blues. White and blues. And then, of course, I went ahead and I put in my pine tree, I put this. And it's actually looking very good. See if I can get it to where it's not all piled on top of each other. Ta-da-ta-da. There we go. Go this way. I put this in the pine tree, and it's called Olivine, and it's between a dark blue and a green look. So that's really cool. The picture is, and it's huge. Let me see. I don't know. I bet my other phone's dead. This one's at 45. Oh, I don't even have a picture in the other phone. It's on. It's the ones I posted in the mod group. That white one, the big dude. Yeah, it's huge. I can. Oh, I do have this though. Hold on. Oh, where is my little thing? Because it was so big that I actually cut it off and was like, yeah, I'm not going to have to deal with that. But it's this one. There we go. Lots of whites and blues. And so it was like, and they were both out of my stash. Yes, she does post international. So that just came out of my stash last Monday. I think it was last Monday when I did the first one. What I've been doing is I go in there because I have this big, huge, like one of those. It came from AliExpress. These are like from Wish, AliExpress, Color Relaxation. All these just crazy sites. It's no problem, Vicky. But they come in these boxes that don't have no name, no nothing on them. So, and I just threw them up in TMOS drills. You go to dpsparklers.com. And TMOS drills that's what I've been taking colors out of that, and I have been interchanging them with these. So I just been taking out like the 210s and putting ABs in them. I love that one. I have seen that one. And then what I've been doing is because everybody wanted to know what was in my stash. Well, you know what? I know what the pictures are, but I don't know where they are because what I had done. Let me go here. Let me check for you. But it was like, oh my God. TTPs with. I'm at her site so often, I just got the width in there and poof, there she popped up. And I just got, for some reason, it's bringing up wedding sparklers, and I don't want none of that. Okay, she pulled up for me, so it must be your internet. And Lord help me, please don't have anything new. Now she does, and it's a really good way to get into it. Is she's got sets where you can like buy the sets by month, or she'll have like beginning sets, like this side, so many, for a set price, and this many for a set price, and that's the easier way. Oh, I bling all of my canvases up. I've actually already been talking to Tma about stuff I want for magic potions to bling in, because I'm doing magic potions for the spring flings, which is in March. So I'm doing that monster. And then I'm gonna also use it because I know I'm gonna have it some left for what is it, summer colors? I think it's summer colors. Because I know I'm gonna have some left. And then in May for the Phoenix Fantasy, I'm doing Druid. So yeah, that's gonna be huge. Two big huge canvases back to back. I mean just massive canvases. And then, but what I've been doing is I go back there to that big, it's like going in a warehouse. I mean, it's just one of those big, tall, it's like four shelves and about 6 feet long. And I just got boxes and boxes and boxes. And there's nothing, I have no idea what's in them. So I'll pull 10 to 15 boxes out and sit here and open them up on camera so I can figure out what's in there, whether it's poured glue or double sided adhesive, and what the picture's supposed to be. And if it's got an inventory sheet that shows the picture, I show y'all. And then what I do is I'll take a black Sharpie and I'll write at the end of the box so that I can put them in there and kind of like put landscapes in one area and fantasy in another area and florals in another area, and so I know what's where, sort of, dragons over here. 'Cause I mean, I've got everything. I have a wide range, and there's nothing that I have come across yet that I don't like. I have been doing this way, God, now for a couple of years. I got one over here that's 5 feet tall and 4 feet wide that I'm working on, and I've only got the equivalent of a 60 by 80 left on it. So, you know, definitely getting it done. It was like, I hate this thing sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I diamond paint every day. Sometimes maybe a couple hours, sometimes longer than that. I mean, because the one over there is a Haid conversion, number one. It's 160 by 120, so it's massive. I mean, we even jury rigged my drafting table because it was hanging off, and my dad was worried that it would mess it up. So we went and got a sheet of plywood and cut it in half, and then made a lip on the bottom and have it sitting on top of the drafting table so that the whole canvas doesn't fall off. So it is, yeah, it's huge. And then like this month, I mean, just this month, in the last 13 days, I did Love is Blind. I think I started it right after Thanksgiving. So Love is Blind. I did Retro Santa. I did the Christmas paint gems. I did that 40 by 40 of it's a fall winter tree. One side is like fall and it's all bright yellows and stuff. And then it hits the tree and then it turns to blues and whites. So very pretty. Very, very pretty. Nice. It kind of is like, I mean, even when I cross stitched like this. And so it's kind of like the way I cross stitched. I mean, I would do massive projects. And so, and I would focus in on them, and that's one way I kept my attention span. It was like, and now I got so much money invested in it, I don't think I'd burn out or quit because my children would kill me. Literally, literally kill me. I mean, my daughter, because what I did whenever when the V first started, I started doing canvases right before that. And then I just went on a massive buying spree. And I mean, like, those, the budget places that would say buy 5 and get 4 free. Well, I would do that. And, and the big one, big canvases for 15.99. I bought them. I got some that are huge. I mean, huge, skinny, but huge. I mean, so it was like, bought everything and everything, but nothing was coming in, because it was just locked up. Nothing was coming in. And then all of a sudden, I started getting like 20 packages a day. My dad was tripping out. I mean, the man was tripping. He was like, what in the world is going on? And then, of course, I get into buying trays. Like whenever Nyx released her Gremlins. Yes, Nyx, I bought 2 Gremlins. I don't know if you got across it yet, but yeah, I got 2 Gremlins coming. Yeah. 2 Gremlins my way. So, I bought trays, I bought putty, I bought trays that I don't like, and I give them away when I do giveaways or when I do, events. I'll throw them in a box. I mean, someone had said, the ergonomic pen. I bought it. I didn't like it. It went to as someone as a giveaway. So sometimes y'all make out. One person got, where it had where you can put 6 big trays and you can put your bottles up above where the tray is. I gave one of those out. I mean, it's like, yeah, I was just giveaway happy. They're like, give, 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 give. Which, guys, yes, it's official. Me and Cindy. So you're going to have Cindy and Cindy, but we're going to do the Let Your Witch Goddess Free in September and October next year. And so that way she can kind of take care of shipping on that side over there, and I can take care of shipping over here. But yeah, and we'll start pumping out information the closer we get. But we did September and October because of the festivals. But that way there's also 2 other events going on, and you can bump 3 of them together. And ours aren't, you don't have to like stand on your head and twirl and do everything else to get in. I mean, it's just like post a picture, you're good. It's like, fill out the Google Doc form so I know where to send it to. Just fill it out right. Otherwise, it's not going to make it to you. Had that happen. I sent a hand-turned diamond painting pen to someone, and they had put street instead of road or something, and they didn't want to go to the address and get it or have the mail go get it. So a $50 pen is just floating around out there. Yeah. But yeah, I when I get tired, then I put it over here. But I mean, all my stuff. I think if I put my stuff away, I wouldn't know where to find it. I really do. It's like I know exactly where my mess is. You ever seen that stuff where people got stuff and it looks like a god awful mess, but they know exactly where it is, but you straighten it up and they can't find the thing? It's kind of how this would work. And here comes my little terror demon. Like I've been out doing those errands all day, so she's been like home alone, and now she wants to be all over me. Here, say hi to the peoples. Say hi to the peoples. Say hi, peoples. Say hi, peoples. Say I'm the big hunter. You're just purring. She is just purring away. Purring, purring, purring. But yeah, it's been interesting. Her name is Luna. When I got her, she was the size of my hand, and she's still, I mean, she's like over a year old, and she'll probably only weighs 4 pounds. She's still a really teeny, tiny cat. You would think she was only like 6 months old, but she's over a year. And she's finally got almost all the mice out of here except for one mouse. And the only reason I know it's the same mouse is because it always looks the same. I mean, it's a little fat round one. You would think it was a gerbil the way it looks, a little fat round one. And she'll catch it and run around with her little prize and then put it down to play with it, and it runs off and she can't catch it. I was like, well, quit putting it down. And then she'll catch it again. And I mean, for the last 2 or 3 days, I mean, he's going to get worn out and fall over probably, but it's like, good Lord, do something with it. I mean, and they're not stupid either because they get up underneath things that you can't get to them. And she's the only reason I haven't put out, any bait or glue things because she would sit there and get stuck to the stupid glue trap or eat the poison. So it's like, yeah, I'll just let you do your job and you'll catch it. You'll get it. It's like, yeah. Now, I have yet to figure out how people have music on their sites, because you're starting to see a lot of music in videos. And I got, for one of my earlier videos, I deleted it, but they gave me a copyright strike for my clock. I mean, that's my clock on my wall, and they gave me a copyright for it. And I was just like, it's my clock. I can't help that it's got a tone to it. And then they tried to tell me it was singing 1,000 years, and I'm like, that is not 1,000 years. I said, that clock's 25 years old. That song wasn't even out then. I mean, that little algorithm is broke. Broke. And supposedly they are working on it. That and the bots. I watched that Nick Ninham on Saturday, and he had contacted, or someone had contacted YouTube about the bots that keep coming in and false copyrights. And whoever he talked to said they are working on it. It's just going to take time because they're getting in separately through different firewalls. But I was just like, yeah. You would think people would have better things to do with their time than to sit there and do that kind of stuff for, extended periods. It's like stupid. Stupid. Oh, and Amber, I got the Celtic dragonfly. That thing is going to be gorgeous. I mean, that is going to be gorgeous. And in my, I think it was my second stash video, I've come across one that I was like, where'd that come from? It has crystals in it. It has ABs in it. And what else did it have in it? Had something else. Yeah, once you, like I've been doing them since into 2019. And so you get faster. Now, I have had some that the colors are so awful or the canvas is so awful. It takes a while. I did one of a kit cart off Knight Rider, black car, little red beep, 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 beep across the front of his grill. And so it's a black car with a little red dot going, right here. And then black tires in front of a gray warehouse on dark gray asphalt. That picture, I mean, it came out gorgeous, but it killed me. Because it was gray, black, and a little bit of red. A little bit of red. But my grandson loves that thing, and it was like a 60 by 80. It's huge. It was a custom, because I could not find Kit Car nowhere. So I went to stock pictures of Kit Car and found a nice stock picture and sent it to Home Fund. I think Home Fund did it for me. I sent it to Home Fund, and they did it. I mean, it was reasonably priced, and it wasn't horrible. It's just those colors. I do the bright, colorful canvases. So doing a black car, with all this gray background, with one little dot of red was just like, it was killing me, killing me. Another one that was killing me is he likes Ghost Rider. He was in a Ghost Rider thing. And I found one of the Vengeance Ghost Rider where it was all erupted in flames and his head's in flames and the motorcycle's in flames and he's slinging a chain and the chain's in flames and then the bike. And so you have all this orange and red and yellow for the flames. You have white for the skull, and then it was all black. And it was the most horrible drills I have ever used. I literally would have to work a section and then seal it immediately to keep them stupid drills on there. Otherwise, they would be popping off before I got even further. I mean, it was crazy. So, yeah, that one was not pleasant at all. And then another one I found, my son likes Star Trek. It's called Vengeance. I just typed in Ghost Rider, and then it just brought up all these. My grandson told me, he said, "Oh no, Nana, that's Vengeance." It's whenever he's, I guess, all exploded in the flames, and he said it was Vengeance. But yeah, it was like, oh wow. I mean, I told him it was me on menopause because that's literally how you feel. If anyone in here is menopausal age, you know what I mean. You're sitting there, it starts in your waist, you start feeling that heat, and then it gets to your head, and then it just feels like flames shoot out your head. That is Ghost Rider. I saw a Ghost Rider and I was like, that's it. That is it. That is menopause right there. Because that is how it feels right there. I mean, oh God. I'm glad those days are over. Go. What I did is, like, if I needed to do a custom, I would go do an image search on Google, pull up the image like the Knight Rider. I went to Kit Car and I pulled up a bunch of pictures of Kit Car and found a stock video of Kit Car, and then sent that to Home Fun. Said I want a custom. Here's the picture, and then they was like, this is the best size. Because they'll tell you this is the size it'll look the best, minimum size. And I think it was like 50 by 60 or 60 by 80 or something, and that's what we went with. And then they'll do you want rounds or squares or whatever, and then they'll quote you a price and send it to you. And they're on AliExpress, and you could probably go on there and just type in supernatural, and it'll probably start popping up pictures. Like I did Star Trek, and it popped up gorgeous picture, and I did not realize it, but it's the one that's on Next Generation, because I was sitting here and I was watching Next Generation, and I looked up and it was the same Enterprise I was diamond painting for my son. I was like, oh, that's what one I'm doing. And like I switched out all the stars for white ABs and crystal ABs. It was just, he was like, oh, that is so cool. Because like everywhere it was supposed to be a little white star, I was taking and putting these in place of it so that it would be like super sparkly. And so I did that. See if there's any more customs I have done. And then, like, for my granddaughter, I did Sandy from my Pagilina. And it's that big one where she looks like a mermaid. She's also, well, it's about 3 feet long, about 2.5, 3 feet long. And I swapped out a bunch of drills and put neon drills. I put some diamond dot neon drills, in fact. I put some crystals in there. I mean, I put a little bit of everything in there. And then what I'll do is, if I can't find a frame to fit these bigger ones, I'll go get foam board. You can go get foam board if you're in the US. If you're not in the US, I don't know if you have a dollar store, but you can go Dollar Tree and get foam board for $1 a board instead of going and paying $3.50, $4 at the other places. Same board, same exact board for $1. Well, $1.25 now, because they went up there, $1.25 store down. But I'll get it and I'll double it up. Like if I have to, I'll butt them together and then like tape them and duct tape them and stagger them so that they got a little bit of, and I'll make them double layered. And then I'll wrap my canvas around them And then that way I can staple it to them, and I'll use a staple gun and literally staple it to that, and literally it won't go all the way through to the top of the canvas because you have it doubled up then. And so you can wrap it around and kind of make a stretched canvas out of it and make it whatever size you need. Because I did that. What other one did I do? I will have to call it later. But it was just too big. So I had to like cut it to where it'd be so far and then tape it together and then cut the other one same way, but kind of let stagger them and layer them. And then I kind of glued them together and then started wrapping and stapling. And it makes great frames. And you can actually take the little sawtooth. You can sit there and take a sawtooth and take E6000 and put it up there at the top and let it dry real hard, and it will literally hold it. So it works great. Do you have any kind of dollar stores there, Helen? Or equivalent? I think even our Dollar General, it's only a couple bucks instead of more. I wonder if I can get on Facebook and send him a message. On phone, I'll call you when I'm off. Do they have Messenger on here? Yes. And my son likes to call me a lot, which is really nice because I really love it. Okay, let me see. Okay. I'm going to go here and put on phone. Scotland? Oh my God, that sounds so wonderful. I'm actually reading a book right now that has Scotland in it. I've actually watched The Discovery of Witches and now I'm reading it. And reading it is totally different than watching it. It's totally different storyline. It's totally different. I thought it maybe helped me sleep. No, not helping. Not doing the trick. Not doing it. And then you can get in, like you can start, and even they even have some like ABs and other drills, like on Alley and because you would probably get AliExpress quicker over there than any of our companies over here living in Scotland. And so I don't know if there's any in the UK. And I'm trying to think. And I'm not sure where Rachel Ray gets hers. She's in Ireland. But yeah, it didn't help me go to sleep at all. Yeah, it's like the book is totally they yeah, I was like, wow, they didn't even talk about any of this in the movie. And in the movie they didn't have the yoga class. I was like, what's with this yoga class? So I just decided I'm not. I just took the movie right out of my head. Right, it's gone. Kind of like with True Blood. I don't know if any of y'all ever watched True Blood, read True Blood, but if you watched True Blood and then you read the True Blood series, her books, night and day, night and day. I mean, a lot of the characters had the same name, but storylines, night and day. It was like two totally different things. Yeah, the books are totally different. I mean, I loved reading them because it was like, wow, that is not what I expected. So I have read both. I've read the True Blood and I have the actual I actually bought the DVDs so that I could watch them, when I want to. I don't know what he did. Oh well. But so that I could watch them if I want to. And then let me see, anything else? Oh, the little crazy guy down the road. I don't have to worry about him sneaking around. I can see that. I've read James Patterson, but the crazy guy down the road, that just showed up in my dad's bedroom. Well, he's in jail right now, so he's not around. So I don't have to worry about him creeping around. I can't believe he did that because it's like I can't believe anyone in this time and day would just pop into someone's bedroom in the middle of the night. Because I can guarantee if it had been my brother, he would have shot him. Because literally, the guy just, my dad's sound asleep and his bedroom light turns on. This guy standing in his bedroom, something about snakes. I'll have to look and see what she does because I haven't seen that one. Do any of y'all watch Mindy's Diamond Moments and her book reviews? Oh my God, I have laughed so hard watching those. They're doing Nora Roberts right now, her last series, the one about a witch and a demon and I don't know, something else and something else. I've been catching parts of it, but it's her and Mysteria and Brandy, and it's like, oh my Lord, where one can get something, the other one's not getting it, and they're just like back and forth, and it was like, it was comical. It was comical. That was funny. I mean, it was like, yeah, that's the two most least people I would have imagined reviewing a supernatural, pagany, witchy, demony, erotic book. I mean, that just the two most, no, I can't see it, people doing it. I was just like cracking up. There's people you can see doing that. Those are not them. Those are not them. I mean, it was like one's still a school teacher, one's a retired school teacher. Yeah, not someone you would think that would be doing that. So I was like rolling laughing. It's nice to get a good laugh. Oh, and just so anyone knows, the CBD gummies, mm-mm. Yeah, they do help me relax and go to sleep, but they don't make me laugh and be all joyful like that. So didn't work for me like they did for T-Ma. T-Ma took one of the things and she was like having a gay old time. I think she was just tired and slap happy. And someone said something that was just like that, right? Someone can say that one word that just hits you that way, and you just like are just like you've lost it. Yeah, that. But we will have lots and lots and lots more videos coming up because I'm going to do the 10 unboxings because, to do a DAC unboxing, it's about 15-20 minutes, and I'll just do one at a time and just put them out like one a day. And then the other ones, it's going to be 10 to 15 boxes. I can't guarantee what's in them boxes because I have found one box that had 3 canvases. But literally, yeah, I don't ever sleep. I haven't been to sleep yet. But found one box that had 3 canvas in it, but not one set of drills, guys. Not one set of drills. So I'm going to have to go drill hunting. I opened another box that had a set of drills, but no canvas. So I have 3 canvases, no drills for them, a thing of drills, but no canvas for it because they don't match any of the colors that are in the other ones. And it doesn't have any numbers or anything on it. So it's just like, oh, Lord, help me, help me, help me. And then I've got, I don't know, tons, 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 tons. And then I went through this phase where I was going Amazon, and you can go in there and get those ones that are the 4-packs and the 6-packs. And I bought, I don't know, crap loads of those. So I don't even know what's in them. It's just a thing that has 4 to 6 canvases in it. So I will probably pull them out, show you all the picture. And then I bought two of the small art dot portfolios and I'll slide them in there to like start letting them flatten out. But a lot of them are like cottages on lakes and mountainy scenes and things like that, I do believe. And then I had my disappearing canvas. Love this one. I actually thought it flew out the car. I really did. I honest to God thought it flew out the car. Because when I got home, I could not find it nowhere. Nowhere. Couldn't find it for like 3 days. Tore the car apart, looked all over. 3 days go by. I went to put my seatbelt on and poof, here's the canvas. I was like, where did that come from? And it was one of those wild child ones. I mean, hi, kitty. Hi, Luna. Hi, Luna. But yeah, I don't sleep. I usually fall asleep about 4 or 5 in the morning and then sleep till 3 or 4. And so I couldn't sleep last night because by the time I was getting tired and could sleep, I had to start going and running to go do all these doctor's appointments and eyeball appointments and everything. But at least now I have eyeballs in, and this one's the right eye. This one's a left eye because when you go see this guy, he sends you home with a set. So I got eyeballs in. So I'm no longer one eyed, whatever. Oh yeah. I mean, you don't. I mean, it's like some of these. I'm looking around for a little picture because they don't even come with inventory sheets. I have to sit there and drag them over to the printer and copy them on the printer to make something. Yeah, the house gremlin takes it. The house, I swear, the house gremlin, my car gremlin. I mean, I thought, I mean, it's like I literally thought I tore that. Wow, that is awesome. How'd you manage that, Mutt Nut? I have yet to manage that. They don't send me nothing. But I sit there and I mean I'm like went and checked the floorboards. I've checked in between the car, the door, and the other side. Yeah, but everybody can do these. These are easy. Well, I mean, some they're a little harder, but most of them are easy. Just how elaborate you want to give with them. And now I just go overboard. I get really sparkly because what I did is all the colors you see in the sky are in the bottom, and what I did is when they're on the bottom, they're in ABs. So on the bottom in the snow that's reflecting off the sky, it's ABs. I'm gonna have to. I hadn't even seen that one yet. I have to go check that. I have got to go check that because, like I said, I did that 40 by 40 in 3 days. 3 days. I mean, literally 3 days finished a 40 by 40. And it actually looks pretty good. And it was a horrible, I mean, I took that double sided adhesive off there and almost threw it in the trash because it had bubbles that were raised up like this tall. And I literally took my ceramic pen and scratched all of them and then took my nail and was like rubbing all the air out of them. It took me like an hour, hour and a half of doing that to try to salvage it. And it's got some areas where you can tell that it's not 100%, but it's just going to go in the portfolio for like a scrapbook thing that you can flip through and say, yeah, I did that. Yay. But yeah. And that was color relaxation. Couldn't get a bad review. When I did my review, bad review because all around the edges, it literally frayed and had all this fuzzy stuff hanging off the edges of it. The drills, and it was round. Some were small, some were large. So, they would be all over the place and wonky. And yeah, I mean, other than the picture's gorgeous, it was like, yeah, it was one of those, yeah, I'm doing this because I'm doing it. I bought it. I'm going to do it. But I'm not planning on putting it on my wall. Where a lot of the ones I've done are up on my wall. A lot of them actually get wall time. I don't know how long they get wall time, but they get wall time. Even my Disney princesses are up on the wall because I got that one. I don't know if you can still get it. I got it from Heartful Diamonds. It was really weird because I bought my daughter. She wanted it. So I bought it for her birthday. And when I did, they sent me two of them. And so me and her both did it at the same time. And it's the one where it has the 630 by 40 panels, and it's like Jasmine and Ariel and all the different princesses, the Snow White. And yeah, I think that was my biggest canvas until I started working on this little monstrosity. And now I got, I actually think that the Magic Potions is 168 wide, which is actually going to be taller than the one that's on my drafting board. That's nice. That is really nice mud nut. And so, yeah, it was like really wild to sit there and think 168. That's got to be over 6 feet tall, or at least close to it. Probably close to it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the mystery packs. Yeah, they'll have them on there. Look for pink princesses because they'll have. She's a pink princess. My granddaughter did that one because I gave it to my. She was how old was she when she did it? She's 11 now. I think she was 9 when she did that one. Now, like I said, I'm not getting rid of anything that's in my stash. I know that some people actually threw their stuff away, but I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. One, I'm on a fixed income. I am not rich enough to be throwing stuff away, and so no, not doing it. I mean, I didn't even when I first started buying these things, I had never even heard of Dreamer Designs. I'd never heard of DAC. I was seeing some of the big canvas and color relaxation, and I actually have gotten where I like squares better because I don't know if you've noticed with rounds, you'll get them all nice and perfectly straight, and then you'll look over and they have drifted to where they're like, ooh, and then you'll straighten them all up, do your next row, and then you look over there, they've all done the swimmy thing again. And so I get so tired of the swimmy thing. Yeah, I hate doing the operations. That was like what I was doing the other night, literally operations. And I honestly wasn't sure it was going to work. And I've had to take some canvases where I pull out my towels and put like 2 or 3 towels down, layer them. And I use the kitchen towels and I'll layer them and I'll put it down with the plastic side down and the back of the canvas. And then I'll put my iron on warm, just above warm, and sit there and iron it until the back is flat. Because once the back is flat, then you get all the creases and crap out of it. But literally, I'll get all the, ones where they've been folded so much and it's not the kind that'll relax and go back to being normal. With rounds, that's how I got with that one. I was just like, I mean, because I was like taking the straightener and trying to straighten it, and I was just like, no, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. You want to be crooked? You can be crooked. You're going to be in a portfolio, so you just be all happy with yourself. I was just like, I is done with you, because I'd sit there and get it. I'd go through and get it all straight and look back, and it'd be all wonky. and get it all straight. And so I got to where, unless it was really bad off, I just left them. And actually, because I mean, like I said, if you go to the Love and Sparkles Facebook group, it's posted in there, and it actually looks good. I mean, it actually looks good. So it's like, okay. So, I mean, it's not Lady of the Forest caliber. I mean, she turned out freaking awesome. Lady of the Forest turned out beautiful. And what I'm going to do with her is she's going on one side of my bedroom, and then Druid's going across from her on the other side, because they're like a him and her pair. So it was like, yeah. And he's even got green breeches on that'll match you, because she's in all that green. I mean, everything is green. Green, 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 green. And so he's got green breeches. Yeah, it's like, that's it. When I step back, it looks great. I was like, okay, you look good. I took pictures, put them on Facebook, in my group, and I put them, where else did I put them? I posted them somewhere. I'm not even sure where I posted it. One of those, place your completed whip here. And I put it there, and they were like, oh, it looks so pretty. Where'd you get that? And I'm like, Lord, I don't know. I bought it, like, when I went and looked, I bought it in, like, the beginning of 2020. And like I said, at the time, there was, like, 20 of them a day coming in. And I literally had these little boxes in my kids' living room, because they have their own separate living room in there. It's theirs. And I was just throwing them. And then one day my daughter came in and she said, Mom, I think you have an issue and you need to go see your doctor. And we kind of took the beds out of the girls' bedroom because no one ever used it. And we put in that shelf and we took them all in there. But we just threw them on the counter up in the shelves. And so I still don't know what they are. They're just in the shelf. And I've got 2 or 3 Heaven and Earth, the Royal Canvas ones, the ones who are the Crown Royal of theirs. And then I've got, oh God, what else do I got that's huge? I don't know. I mean, it was like everyone kept saying, bigger's better, bigger's better. And I just kept hearing bigger's better. So I was buying as big as I could get, not realizing that you got to diamond paint those big things. I mean, it was just like, oh, Lord. So it was kind of nice this month because I did that. One was 47 by 47, did the 40 by 40, and I did the 35 by 35 and got all 3 of them completed. So I have 3 completions this month. It's like, yay me. Night, Pauline. Come back and join us. Come back and join us. We're here on Wednesday night at 5 o'clock my time. I'm not sure what time that would be for you, but I've been here for an hour and a half. So kind of gauge it by that. And we're here on Wednesdays. And then I'll be putting out all kinds of videos. And I have videos in my playlist. And make sure you like and subscribe. It helps. It really does help, believe it or not. From what I've been watching on, I don't know if you saw it, Mutton Up on Nick Nim, but he was saying they're really starting to push the likes, and your watch time is what's getting you pushed out right now. So, that really does help. He said they switch it around. He said for a while it was like how many videos you get out and just have people, watching. He said, but now it's actually how much they interact with your videos. And I was like, okay. Gotcha. I finally remember when he said a couple of weeks ago how, the live to live, where you could do live on mobile only, but you could do live, kind of like StreamYard, where someone comes in. Well, I finally got the live. So I can actually hit live on my phone and it'll say live from my phone, and I can pick someone's phone and just call them and say, hey, we're live. I thought that was kind of cool. So I finally got that feature. I know Atlanta had it last week, and all of a sudden, like a couple of days ago, mine popped in there, and I was like, "Yay, I got it!" Because that's just like they're just putting them out as they get to you. I do love the handle. I love the handle because I don't have to remember that god awful long stinking, you know, where it was you had to have all that. Well, no wonder no one's can find it. But yeah, it was like no one could do anything because let me see. I'm going to change that. No, but no one can find it because you couldn't remember your all the dots and dashes and all that. I was like, good God. Okay. And we will. Ooh, you are getting there. You are getting there. You are getting there. Okay. We're going to create a different one. We're going to do this one. But I forgot my ad. And if you don't have the ad, it won't work. But it's so nice just to be able to put that. And as long as it's got that at and you hit it, I don't know. You might. I was surprised. I'm at 924. And I think mine goes over sometime in January or February. So I was surprised. I didn't expect, that. So, but I was happy about it. I was happy. Happy, 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 happy. Happy camper. Because I'm at 282, I think, right now, and 924. So almost a quarter of the way there. And I haven't figured out how y'all do the two different camera angles. I haven't figured that one out. I mean, do you come in on two different like screens? Like one like sign in twice? Or the people that got like a picture down in the corner and then the other, it's like I don't know how they do that. Now, like I said, I'm gonna try. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Maybe later tonight or tomorrow or something. But I'm gonna try that InView because it's free, and you get more with it than you do with StreamYard. You can bring 12 people on your platform instead of just 6 for free. So I was like, whoa. And then you get like double. And I don't know how they come up with public watch hours. It's like this. It's like, I guess because they're rolling them and they take them off and put them on. So it's like, Ugh. But I'm getting better with this one. And then I was going to try the other one and see which one is a little better. Because you get more with the other one. You get like gifts. I know if you buy StreamYard, like actually pay the $240 for the year, you'll get that stuff. But with the other one, you actually get that stuff in the free part. So it was like, I might check it out. And where did I see it? I think it might have been like one of his little quick blurbs that come up. But congratulations on the 3,543 watch hours. That's amazing. That is a okay. That's how you're doing it. So that's how they're doing it. So like if I wanted to like do it off my laptop and use the phone for an overhead view, kind of do it that way. But I do everything on my lap on the computer. The lap. I mean, I'm literally on my couch with everything in my lap and everything around me. And I left the furry boys outside so that they wouldn't interrupt us, other than they're barking at us. But they're out there. Yeah, if you pay, I think if you pay 240, just a flat 240, and I thought about because then it takes it down to $20 a month. But I was going to check out it's EMVUE. Oh, it was the African American guy that also talks about StreamYard because I was doing StreamYard school, and he was the one that was comparing them. He said another new one's come out, and this is what they have versus StreamYard, and that kind of stuff. Ah, okay. But yeah, you could try checking that out because it's emvue.com. And I mean, you look at it, but you have to do it with a computer. It will not let you do it off the phone. Because I was like, that's kind of cool because you can get 12 people in your stream for the free plan. And you got, I think, 5 gigs or 10 gigs or something like that of recording space where you could record stuff and then put it in there. Yeah, I'm not sure what his name was. He's really cool to watch because I was kind of doing StreamYard school because I was like, all right, where is that giveaway tool? I know it's in there. I've seen people use it. I know it's in there. I'm going to find that thing. But then I was like, oh, that one might be good too because, it was like you can make all these things and you can put little cartoony images in there and it was all kinds of neat stuff. So I was like, ooh, another play place. Because this one was pay 25 a month or pay the 240, which would be 20 a month. And basically the MView is basically what this one does for your paid basic is what you get for your free in that one. So I was like, And it was something about the logo. If you don't have their paid plan, you couldn't change the logo, which in this one for the free one, you can't change the logo. Yeah, I think I've only had 3 in mine. I had Palmy and Cindy in it. But she may be doing stuff with her house because I sent her the link, but she didn't come in. So she's probably doing stuff with her house because she's trying to get, the new house. And so that's cool. And I might actually have all the grandkids here on Christmas Day to open presents. Because at first I was told, I think it does. I think it does. Because he was saying it had everything that the basic plan for StreamYard had. So you might want to just check it out and scroll around because you would know what you're looking for more than I would. I'm just now starting to dabble. My poor brain, it took me forever to figure out how to make videos. It took me forever to figure out how to make thumbnails. Sometimes my brain just doesn't have it to figure out a title. It's like, come on, my brain think. It's like it just don't want to do it sometimes. That brain fog stuff, that stuff's real. There's days that your brain just says, ain't got it. Don't know it. Yeah, see, the free plan doesn't have it, but he was saying that the free plan on the other one, that MView, is equivalent to what is on the pay plan. Oh, Kitty, don't stomp on me. That hurts. Is equivalent to what's in the first level of the StreamYard. Because he was saying that that's probably going to end up being the next big one that people go to over to, because they'll be able to get more for free than what they're getting with StreamYard. Because I think it was like they got double the only thing you got for paying on that one was like the gigabytes and the ability to change the logo. It was like, well, I can live without that. If I get all that other cool stuff, I can do without that. I mean, I just figured out how I could even change the logo if I wanted to. I mean, it's like my poor little brain, when I went to school, I didn't even have a computer. I did college with a protractor, a ruler, pencils, and colored pencils. And that was how I did graphs and pie charts and all that cool stuff. There was no such thing as computers or like in PowerPoints. It's like, what's PowerPoint? Or working in Canva and doing video editing. That was all brand new. And I didn't do any of it till I started this. It has just been, major learning. My therapist was like, yeah, that'll keep you busy. That'll keep you busy. Because he was like, well, what do you do with yourself? Because and it was so funny because, okay, he was wondering why I have very little trust in men. Very little. Very little. And I said, okay, this is why. And he said, well, why? And I was like, well, being military, that's how you do it. I just put my big head in the way. But I sit there and I said, well, being military wife and your husband, leaves for 3 months here, 2 months there, you kind of have to have trust in them, or your marriage is squat, because you got to have trust. And so, my husband went off for like a 2 or 3 week class, not even, a 3-month mobilization, but a 2-week, 3-week class. And he come back and he says, oh, here's a gift. Very leery of people bringing me gifts. Believe it or not, I'm very leery, because every time he brought me a gift, it was for a bad reason. But his reason he brought me a gift was he was going to tell me that he wanted a divorce because he met somebody and he wanted me to talk to him. So he walks in. We've been married for 16 now. By then, I think it was maybe 12 years, 13 years. Yeah, not 12. Not 12 years. Been married 12 years. And you walk in out of the blue after you've been gone to a class for 2-3 weeks, and all of a sudden, poof, out of nowhere, you want a divorce because you met somebody and you want me to talk to them. And I went, my Italian, because I'm like, my dad's 100% full-blooded Italian. And then my grandma on my mom's side is 100% Germans. Well, that stuff came out, let me tell you. I went through the kitchen and demolished it. I mean, anything that was on the counter was in pieces on the floor. I mean, I was literally like the Tasmanian devil going through there. Everything gone. Poof, bam. And so, he tackled me to the floor and was like, oh, you just need to talk to her. Well, about 3 days later, she called and I happened to answer the phone. And she's sitting there telling me about how she just wanted to let me know that this all came about because her husband, she's going to leave him for my husband because her husband doesn't do this and her husband doesn't do that. And her husband doesn't do this and her husband doesn't do this and doesn't do this, and, all this good stuff. Okay. And I tell her, I don't know why you want my husband, because my husband don't do this and he don't do that and he don't do this and he don't do that and he don't do this. So you ain't going to get none of that done anyway. And she proceeded to dump his butt. But that was when my trust in guys got, a little less pronounced. It was like, yeah, don't trust your butts. Because anyone that can do that after you've been married for 12 years, that's pretty low. That is pretty low. And I just flat told him, I said, well, I only got 2 years of nursing school left, and I'm not giving it to you until I graduate. When I graduate, fine, you can have it. And then by then, she done dumped him, and we tried to make it work for like another 3 years and then called it. But it was just like, yeah. He was like, can't believe you did that. So, yeah. He said, well, I can see why. I can see why. And now it's like you go to the doctor and they're like, we got to ask you these questions. And it's like, what questions? Well, we need to ask you, uh, what gender do you associate with? And I was like, what? Like they're getting weird. That one, and it was something about being around toxic stuff or toxic fumes and all this other stuff. And I was like, I was around jet fuel, and that's about it. I was always around jet fuel. It's what happens when you work on the flight line. Jet fuel, jet fuel, jet fuel. And it's really weird. You'll the older you get, the more you'll notice it. But you'll smell a smell, or you'll hear a song, or you'll hear something, and it'll take you to places. I mean, it's like, wow. Because like when I was working in the cath lab, we got, yep, you feel safe in your own home. Yep, it's like, well, duh. But it's like, when we got our own helicopter and they would fire it up every morning and it would be the jet wash. I mean, they finally put a filter on it so you didn't smell the jet wash anymore. But it was like, I smelled that jet fuel and I was instantly back on the flat line. Instantly in my head, I was back on the flat line. That is so wild to how you can just instantly, by a smell, a song, you're just poof there. I mean, instantly. That is so crazy. Yeah, that was very hard for me because I mean I had total trust in him. He could be deployed for 3 months, and people would go, how can you deal with that? How do you know he's not being, you know, doing things he's not supposed to? And I was like, well, I trust him. And so it was like, I had total trust in him until he pulled that stunt. And after that, it was like, yeah, not so much anymore. It's like, yeah, it does something. That's like, my therapist be like, well, don't you want to be in a relationship? And I was like, well, I said, that's a double-edged sword. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, I would love to have someone to have companionship and be able to, you know, go fishing with, or have someone that likes to diamond paint together, or do stuff like that. I said, but I also have to deal with them. And I'm not so sure I want to be in the deal with them factor. That's just it. I'm just not so sure that I was like, yeah, I'll sit there and think about it. And then I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to go there. I said, I got my dogs. And I said, right now, my dogs take up most of my damn bed and snore. So, I don't need no one else in there. I mean, there's times that I actually come back out and get in on the couch because of the furry things that decide they just want to be like and steal the bed. I mean, I literally went to bed the other night, and they've gotten smart. I mean, they have gotten smart. They have figured out that if they get in bed before mommy gets in bed, they can get where they want to be and just not move. And then they have all the space. And then mommy only has a little bitty spot about 6 inches wide. And it'd be like, can you move over really? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. And it's like, and he just looks at me like, no. And that's that big horse, the big, huge horse. And he's gotten where he wants to be almost in my spot, but leave me just a little bit of room with his head up on the pillow. And then when I get into bed, then he takes his head and takes it and puts it over on my shoulder. So it's like, yeah, I know, buddy. But I mean, I got one at the bottom of the bed under the covers when I go to bed, one in the middle of the bed, and then one up there. And it's like, y'all. And they know they're spoiled. Oh, they're spoiled. Oh, bad spoiled. They're really spoiled. They got 2 toy boxes over there. They're about halfway done through them. I gotta throw a bunch of toys back in there and see where it's at. And then they'll come in and they'll dig around in there with their snouts, digging out toys, and then drop them all over the floor. Take all the stuffing out, you know, and leave all the stuffing everywhere. And I'll come in here and it looks like it snowed on my living room floor, and it's toy stuffing. I'm just like, it's almost as bad as having the little kids. I think my son and his kids and wife, and then my daughter was saying that her husband's family's actually doing it the Saturday before. And so they'll probably do theirs and then come out. So we'll probably open presents here that afternoon. I told her, I said, y'all stuff is done wrapped and under the tree, and I am done. I said, it is tout fini done. Yep, we're good. I said, we are all good. Because, and my son was like, because even if I mentioned not putting a tree up, he's like, nope, you're putting a tree up, and they'll put the tree up before they leave on Thanksgiving night. When they get ready to go home, they'll pop out the tree. And so I have the tree regardless. So it's like, okay. It's like, got it. Hey, Muttnut, did you see whenever Nix was talking about her new trays, the Gremlin? They just came out. My Tomcat, because when my ex was here, he had a male cat and it lived outside. Well, after my ex, it actually, after my mom passed away, that little traitor parked his butt over at my dad's house and lives over there now. Yeah, the Gremlin is where it's about the size of her shrimp boat, which is the little tray, not the huge one, but see, I know I have a shrimp boat around here somewhere. Hold on. Okay, this is a shrimp boat right here. That's a shrimp boat. Except for it doesn't have this curve in, it's just straight across. And then it's got the spout in the corner, and it's got a lid, and then it's got a cover on the spout that actually holds the lid on. So you can just leave your drills in it overnight, and if you have animals or kids or whatever, they won't spill and get out all over the floor. And so I was like, and it's not huge because our old one used to be stinking huge. I mean, just huge. It was called the Beast, and it was a beast. And so this one is called the Gremlin because it's the size of a shrimp boat, which is half the size of the submarine. So I was like, yes, I am down for it. It's like, I'm all for that. And right now, my dogs are flipping out because I made them stay out while I was live because I didn't want them all climbing on me and all everywhere. Because yeah, I got Cyan Waters. I got Lemon Sassy or something like that. It's the lemon one. I got Cotton Candy Pink, and I got it's a real pale green, very pretty, but a pale green. But yeah, like I really needed more trays. And like the Goliath, it's so huge. I just use it to stick all my pins in. My extra stash over here. And I'm serious. I don't know if anyone else has that problem, but if I leave all my stuff scattered here, there, and everywhere, I know exactly where it is. I know where to find it. I know how to find it. I'm good. I'm golden. But let me go put it away and I can't find crap and I end up buying it twice. So I hate putting stuff away because when I do that, then I can't find nothing. Cannot find a blooming thing. Hers don't get stuck. Every once in a while, if I would actually do what she tells you to do, probably wouldn't get stuck at all. But it's like in the corners. But with hers, she says because of the fact that they're 3D printed, to when you get them, wash them with dish soap, dry them real good, and then rub them out with a dryer sheet, and then they should have no sticking, no nothing. And hers, the ridges are high enough that they lay perfectly. I mean, I love her trays. And the shorter ones, the taller one, I mean, I just gripped so hard and I was holding them up on top that it would bend a little. But those short ones, oh man, I'm telling you, she whacks them. She drives over them with her car. I mean, and her ridges are wide enough that they don't stick. It's one thing I love about them. So I mean, I love her trays, and she doesn't do drops. All of her colors are available all the time. She prints it as you order it. So whatever you order is what she'll print. It's not, I'm going to do pink this week and gray this week. It's whatever you want, she'll order. So, I mean, that's kind of cool because you don't have to sit there and fight for those drop ships. And I have yet to get one of those because one, I'm not going to sit there and fight a bunch of, you know, people trying to get it. Yeah, I don't have the patience for that. Just do not have the patience for that. I mean, I can't even sit down and read a chapter of a book without losing patience and doing something else. It's like, it's really weird because I used to be able to sit and read for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. But I might read that book that she was talking about. It sounded pretty interesting. It was, God, what was it? It was Nora Roberts, and it was like a trilogy, and it was one was called Choice, one was called Always, and the other, I don't know what the other one was, but they got the swirly thing, and it's something about demons that are good, and I don't know, a bunch of, and then a witch coming into her power. So I was like, that sounds kind of cool. I might actually hunt that one up and read them because she does have, like, I don't know if you read any of those, but her trilogy on the Island Witches. That was a really good series. I think I have it over in my books somewhere because I have never gotten rid of my books. I used to read a lot of the J.R. Ward with like Shift Changers and all that, and something Gerard. I think it was Cindy Gerard. Their hers are good. Hers are good. So yeah. Only problem is back then I could actually concentrate on them. And if I concentrated on them, I remembered every word I read. So even 2, 3 years later, I can't reread it because I remember it all. Kind of sucks. Whereas now I do good to remember the, 5 paragraphs before the last one I read. It's like, really? And I don't know what I was thinking today because I was sitting there trying to read the book with just reading glasses on and you know, no contacts in as a bumper. It was like, oh bad, really bad. My poor eyes were like, what did you do to us? They were not happy. Yeah, my living room. I mean, I literally, my therapist was so funny. He was like, okay, tell me this: how much of your craft has taken over your living room? And I said, mm, all of it. I said it starts on the love seat because my love seat, my heaven and earth 240 colors they put out all the time. And then that 5 foot by 4 foot canvas stays put out all the time. Never take it down. So it never moves. And then on front of my couch, I have my raised tray that I have my A2 light pad on that always has a canvas rolled up and working on it. And then I have drills and trays and pins and everything scattered everywhere. But if I try to put them away anywhere, I never can find them. Never can find them. So it's like, don't want to do that. And I ran out of room to stash stuff underneath. So it's like, okay, well, we'll just do this. We'll just keep rocking with having everything out. I'm the only one here, so it don't bother me. I guess it's a good thing, it's just me and the dogs and the cat. Right now, she's attacking the art dot box, which is a huge box. I now know how big an A1 light pad would be. I'm not so sure about that. But I was thinking the other day, I might want to get me an A1 light pad. And now see how big an A1 light pad would be? And I'm not so sure about that because I don't even think I would have enough room in my lap to put that sucker. I really don't. I honestly don't. That thing is huge. I mean, huge. Because Art Dot has them for a fairly reasonable price. And I was like, that's an idea. I think it was like $90 for an A1, with the cord that comes off so you don't have to deal with all that USB crappy stuff to where, yeah, I hate USB stuff because literally that is the most god awful thing that they ever invented. Because the minute that you sit there and keep on plugging and plugging and plugging, within a week, it won't stay in there or it turns, it gets so loose. I've had to tape them together and everything. It's really bad. It's like, yeah, not worth it. Not worth it at all. Well, I have been on here for 2 hours and I got dogs that are beating the front door up. Literally, you probably can hear them in the background. So I guess I will get off of here and I will be back next Wednesday. Make sure you hit like on the way out and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I would love to see you again and watch for the videos because I'm going to start doing all my Black Friday, Cyber Monday videos. And there's quite a few, but they are going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I just schedule them out. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. Have a great rest of your week. Be nice. If nothing else, be nice. Do one thing of niceness for somebody, even if it's just letting them have the space in front of you. Because maybe they'll be nice to someone else and pass it along. Because the wild, it just is nasty out there. So I will see y'all later. Love you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.